Okay, hello and welcome back to NASCAR Playoff Prediction Series. This week, the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series are in elimination for the Cup Series, and yeah, not really much else to say on that. The Tyson video. So we'll start off with the point standing after Talladega. I lead with 34. Sean is right behind me with 33. Tyson has 28, and Greg has 20. So just going straight into the predictions for the Xfinity Series, I picked Chase Briscoe. He's back in the 98 this week for Haas, and last time he was in that car, he won a pole. I think he's one of the best drivers in Xfinity. He just doesn't get to show it because he's stuck in. But I think every time he's in the 98, he has a very good. So Tyson, you can go ahead and say your pick.
I think anyone in the 98 has a legitimate shot at winning it every week. And I think everyone in the 60 also has a legitimate shot of finishing last every week. So you are kind of spot on with the point about Chase Briscoe. I'm gonna be boring and say Christopher Bell, because Christopher Bell is OP, and yeah, Elliott Sadler isn't really good at Kansas. Though I say that, he's probably gonna win the race because knowing my luck. Yeah, I really don't think anyone other than Justin Allgaier, Christopher Bell, and Elliott Sadler are gonna run up front at Kansas, because little do people know, even though Kansas is a boring track, the tire fall off is actually relative to what Atlanta is, and it screws young drivers up, and they have no idea what they're doing when the tire fall off happens. So yeah, everyone else in the playoffs for the Xfinity, I don't think they're gonna do well. It's not that they'll do too terribly bad. It's just that Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier are in a class all by themselves, and then it's a little notch down than Elliott Sadler, and then it's everyone else currently at this point.
All right, so Sean and Greg aren't with us for this video, but both of them
Losers.
submitted picks. Yeah, they've only been on once. You've been on 5 times. But anyway, Sean picked Justin Allgaier for Xfinity, and Greg picked Christopher Bell. So yeah, if you haven't caught on by now, multiple people are allowed to pick the same driver. So there's that. Anyway, on to Cup. My pick for Cup is, I don't even remember what it is. I gotta. Okay, Martin Truex Jr. I had it written down, forgot it. Martin Truex Jr. because he's always good at Kansas. He won 2 of the last 3 races there. He swept in 2017.
He's
And
also
even though
really
he has,
close to getting eliminated too.
yeah, and he needs to do very well this weekend in order to advance. And even though he hasn't been as good this year, he's always good on the mile and a halfs, and specifically Kansas and Kentucky. And not really much else to say. I think Truex is gonna contend with the win, along with a few certain other drivers. But I think Truex is probably gonna. Tyson, go ahead and say yours.
All right, so yeah, the people underneath the cut line, everyone underneath the cut line deserves to be. I wouldn't say deserves to be there, as much as I like Blaney and Larson, but I don't know. I mean, if the people were saying, "Oh, Keselowski's big four," well, they also said that about Boyer. Look where Boyer's doing. And then they also said that about Kurt Busch, because Kurt Busch was 4th in points. But yeah, I mean, other than the big 3, I think really there isn't really anyone else I mean, they're in a class of their own at this point, more so than what I said Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier are in. And honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. It just makes it easier on me for choosing who's going to win. And I'm going to say Harvick, mainly because even though he's above the cut line, it's Kansas. Harvick likes Kansas. And yeah, it's really all I got to say. I mean, it's going to be another random Kansas race where it's boring halfway through, and then Boyer's going to screw something up and wreck. And then it gets interesting because Kyle Busch rages about something, and then that's about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it seems like every Kansas race is boring. Nothing happens until 20 to go. It's like 5 big ones, and then the finish. Anyway, Sean's pick for the Cup race was Kyle Busch, and Greg's pick for the Cup race was also Kevin Harvick. So he basically copied Tyson in both of it. But anyway, on to eliminations. This is going to be pretty much the exact same thing for everyone except Greg. Um, Me, Sean, and Tyson all had picked Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, and Clint Boyer to be eliminated. So
I mean,
that's
they put so much hype into Boyer's home track when he has done absolute trash there.
yeah, like since he lucked into the Michigan win, he hasn't.
Not even
And
that.
then
It's just not
yeah,
even that. It's just that he's never done well at Kansas. It's not that it's not that he has had bad luck. It's just that a track that he can't succeed at, and he always gets hyped. He always gets probably stone drunk the night before because he's partying with his buddies because it's his hometown, and then he's just there during the race. He'll probably either finish 20th or finish last because he's gonna wreck.
Greg's picks for eliminations were Bowman, Blaney, Larson, and Truex. So,
Oh
if you don't
wow.
know, Greg is a Boyer fan, so he's basically making an optimistic pick that Boyer's gonna do something and make it, but I don't happening. So he just picked Truex instead.
He's
'Cause-
also somewhat of a Keselowski fan that I remember too, so he's also trying to keep Keselowski in at least
yeah,
the
I
mix.
don't remember him saying that, but he has like 15 favorite drivers, so I wouldn't doubt it.
No, that's Sean. That's
Yeah,
Sean.
he doesn't have multiple favorites. He just changes his favorite every.
Hey, Greg just has a circle of drivers that he likes, and he actually never deviates from them.
Yeah, but anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.